Right everyone, welcome back. Now, EDP445. As you should all know by now, EDP445 was recently called out by a YouTuber called Chet Goldstein for trying to send messages and meet up with a girl who he thought at the time was 13 years old. Now, after all this happened, EDP445 responded on his Facebook page, basically trying to call out Chet Goldstein, which, to be completely honest with you, was the most terrible way he could have responded. But today, EDP445 made a second video talking about the situation, and let's just say that this response video is just one of the worst things I've ever seen. Before we get into this, if you guys enjoyed this video at any point, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit 300,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I post daily on here so you'll get free content, basically every single day.
If you're watching this video, you know exactly who the fuck you are.
I mean, yes, EDP445, I do know exactly who I am. I am Glider Guy. I don't really know why that was necessary. Don't know why I've decided to pause 4 seconds into the video, but, you know, it can't be a Glider Guy video without me pausing 4 seconds in, so, you know.
Let's cut the bullshit. Fuck the games. The time for bullshit and fucking around has come to an end. This shit has to fucking stop. You left me no other fucking choice. You're over here sending motherfuckers to my apartment complex, posting flyers and shit. You're over here on Reddit and Discord and all this extra fucking bullshit, you know what I mean?
Now, I'm not gonna lie here, EDP445, I'm just gonna say this right now, but people sending, if you're gonna send people to someone's apartment, obviously that is like a terrible thing to do. That is just way too far. But you gotta understand, right, is that these people are doing it for a reason. They're not just sending people to your apartment just to annoy you, just cause they have nothing better to do with their lives. Now, you gotta understand, EDP445, people aren't just sending random people to your house and your apartment just for basically no reason. Now, the reason people are doing this, EDP, is because you are an absolutely terrible person. What you did was absolutely messed up. Now, I'm not justifying it by any means. I'm not saying that it's a good thing to do, but you gotta understand where people are coming from. People don't just do this stuff for no reason. People actually have to have a good reason to do it. So I can totally understand why someone would want to do it, but obviously it doesn't justify the person doing it. So yeah, I do understand that people's, like, sending people to your apartment is like pretty dumb.
Oh, massive manhunt for EDP and shit, putting my fucking life at jeopardy. You know what I mean? My fucking life is at fucking risk and shit, you know? You over here hiding behind a fucking computer screen? You think this shit is fucking funny?
Okay, no. EDP, don't even go that route of hiding behind a computer screen. You are literally the definition of hiding behind a computer screen. When you were called out by Chet Goldstein, and when Chet Goldstein went up to meet you, you were literally the most scared person on the planet. You were sitting there, you were cooperating with him, being like, yeah, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do this. And now you're sitting here behind a computer screen in your apartment, safe, where no one can get you, and now you're talking all of this smack. You are literally the definition of hiding behind a computer screen because you can't confront someone in real life. Like, EDP likes to put on this persona that he's like the realest person out there. He is the fakest person I've ever seen. Like, don't say all this stuff online. Say the people are hiding behind a computer screen when that's literally all you do. And I'm gonna guess that EDP doesn't even address the fact that he's been called out by Chet Goldstein for what he's done. He's not even going to address it in this video, I can guarantee it.
You think this shit is a fucking joke? See, the problem with you is that you cannot keep my motherfucking name out your mouth. You know what I mean? You always got to sit back, run your fucking mouth. You know what I mean? Always mentioning EDP this and EDP that. You feel me? You're over here going after my immediate family, going after my fucking close friends who I would take a fucking bullet for? You're over here trying to interview my ex-girlfriends and interview my dad and shit?
Okay, no, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta say it again. I do sort of sympathize with EDP here. Going after people's immediate family just because of something that they did is probably one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Just because EDP445 got called out for something stupid doesn't mean that you have to go after his immediate family. His family did nothing wrong. EDP is the only person to be blamed for this. If you're gonna go after anyone, go after EDP because he's the person that's doing all this. And I'm not not saying go after EDP here. I'm just saying that if you were to go after someone, why would you go after someone's family when it's literally the person that did something bad? It's like if someone gets called out like EDP did for doing something so incredibly vile and then you just go after their sister or like their mum or something. It's like their sister and mum didn't do anything wrong. Like, why are you dragging them into this? It's EDP and EDP only that has done this wrong. EDP's dad didn't do anything wrong. EDP's sister or brother didn't do anything wrong. So why would you go after them? But at the end of the day, right, like you can't complain about people interviewing your family. I personally think that that's completely fine. I don't really see a problem with that. But I love how EDP's trying to say like, oh, people, you can't keep my name out of your mouth. All you're doing here is talking about other people and not addressing the fact that Chet Goldstein caught you out for being one of the worst things a human can be. All you're doing is talking about the fact that, oh, people are just constantly talking about you when you can't even address your own allegations. Like, what is wrong with you?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Something in your fucking head, something is not clicking, my nigga. You're not all there, man.
Okay, no, I've surely this guy's trolling at this point. EDP trying to tell someone that something isn't clicking in their head is literally like, EDP telling someone that something isn't clicking in their head is literally like saying potatoes can fly. It just does not work in any context at all. EDP, you literally got called out for trying to message a 13-year-old girl, okay? I should be asking you, is something not clicking in your head? Do you know how messed up that is? The thing is, right, is that he still probably doesn't even know how messed up it is because he's that brain dead. Like, how can you make this video, watching back and be like, oh yeah, this is definitely right? How are you gonna call someone out for something not clicking in their head after what you've been called out for? There is just no, you can't even talk, mate. Just stop.
You know what I mean? Just like Samuel L. Jackson said, nigga, not all your dogs are barking. You know what I mean, nigga? You're a few hairs short of the fucking cuckoo's nest, my nigga, you feel me? This is serious fucking shit, my nigga, you know what I mean? Now, what I've done, since you left me no other choice, what I've done is that I decided to take it upon myself, go to the courthouse, pick up some documents, and I have decided to file a fucking restraining order against your ass.
Okay, EDP. You know what, while you were there, you know what you should have done? You probably should have just turned yourself in. Like, I'm not even gonna lie here. You can't sit back and act like you're the victim here. Like, you just aren't. Like, you can say, oh yeah, I'm getting attacked and all this stuff. You fool right. You brought this upon yourself. If you just weren't such a sick-minded, like, I don't even know. There's so many words I want to say, but I don't want to get struck by YouTube, so I'm not gonna say it. There is so much wrong that you've done, and you're out here filing restraining orders because you're the victim in this situation, apparently. I don't get, like, where you're trying to come from. Like, what on earth makes you think that this video is smart by you? You've literally been the most, like, this video just shows how out of touch with reality you are. You're literally trying to act like the victim here after you tried to message a 13-year-old, and you still haven't addressed it. You still haven't addressed it in this video. I've not seen you address it yet. Like, just address the points and just move on. It's not that hard.
That means you cannot fucking talk about me. You cannot send motherfucking goons and shit, you feel me, to my apartment complex, posting flyers and shit, trying to get a hold of my immediate family.
Okay, so basically this guy's just trying to deflect all criticism and anyone basically talking about him because, you know, he doesn't want bad publicity. Well, I'm sorry, EDP, but your publicity and your public figure, your credibility or whatever, it's just gone completely. I love how EDP said in his last video that Chet Goldstein's credibility is ruined, which it is, by the way. But EDP, you're the one to talk. You are the most hated person on the internet for a very good reason. You deserve like everything you're getting towards you. Except for the people like coming to your apartment. I don't agree with that. But everything else, like, you deserve it.
My close friends and shit, your bullshit comes to a fucking end. You think I'm fucking around? What the fuck is this, dog?
Oh, damn.
What's that?
Oh, this guy's big, yeah?
What's that? You feel me? I tell you what the fuck it is.
Oh, I don't even care what it is, to be honest with you. This guy acts so tough on camera. He's literally trying to call someone out for like hiding behind a computer screen. That's literally what you're doing right now. You meet up with Chet Goldstein IRL. You see how big he is and you see that he's basically caught you and you're sitting there like you're cooperating with him. You're like, oh yes, I'm so sorry. Please don't call the police on me. I'm sorry, man. And then you come back home and then you're literally acting like a complete, oh my God, this guy's such a joke. I genuinely don't understand how there are fully functioning, like, full-brained human beings who still support this guy. I guarantee you, if you guys look down at the like to dislike ratio on this video, I guarantee that there are going to be EDP fans commenting on this video being like, oh yeah, it's not that bad, he didn't actually do anything to a 13-year-old girl. That's not the problem. The problem is that he's tried to, and he has done it in the past. You EDP445 fans are genuinely just like brain dead. How on earth do you still support this guy? This guy... Oh my, I'm actually getting heated over this because it's just so brain dead.
Request for civil harassment restraining orders. How did the person harass you? Were you harmed or injured because of the harassment? Did the police come? Has the person harassed you other times? Oh, you motherfucking right he has, you feel me? Harassment, description of harassment, okay? Harassment means violence or threats of violence against you, or a course of conduct that seriously alarmed, annoyed, or harassed you and caused you substantial emotional distress.
Okay, just stop. Like, okay, I'm gonna explain this once, and then I'm gonna leave it where it is, because this guy is genuinely, like, insanely out of touch with reality. EDP445, you've just explained what harassment means. What do you think harassment means when you are messaging a 13-year-old girl, threatening a 13-year-old girl? It wasn't a 13-year-old girl, we gotta keep that in mind. It was someone who he thought was a 13-year-old girl. So you, in your right mind, right, you weren't drunk, you weren't out of it, you weren't anything like that. You were messaging a 13-year-old girl, threatening the 13-year-old girl, and now you're out here trying to say that someone is harassing you. You harassed who you thought was a 13... This guy is so dumb. Why am I even bothering at this point? Oh no, I give up. I'm genuinely done. Thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you on the next video. I'm done with this guy. Bye.